Because it was live on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, so like right now we're live. So we're live on YouTube right now.
But can you
So what's
see
good?
Oaks like comments and shit?
Dude, I'd love to have that. I don't know how we can get that going.
Because on your, I remember on one of yours, I
You commented?
commented, and I was like, oh, instant gaff it all. Just ignored it, eh?
Yeah, I'm dropping in the group chat now.
So,
Um, dude, what one thing that's funny is I didn't know that your middle name was George.
yeah, do you not know?
I mean, I wouldn't have known, but hey, bro, you got the whitest names in the world, bro.
I know.
Sure.
But like Keegan's like very quite rare, yeah. Like I've never met an English oak called Keegan. But then comes him.
Where does that come from? Like Keegan.
It's supposedly Irish.
So you got a bit of Irish in you.
Fun.
Ton
I think
roll.
no, I think my rents just chose it, like random.
And then George, is there any significance with George?
I was like my mom's step buddy or something. Apparently it was a good oak, so
He
I
was a
got
good guy.
yeah.
So you got the name.
Yeah. Somewhat sounds English though, doesn't it?
Dude, it's as English as it gets. I guess not Keegan, but George Smith.
Yeah.
That sounds like a rugby player. Like George Smith is a rugby player, right? No,
Oh,
that's George Ford.
George Gregan.
George Gregan, yeah, that's a good rugby player too.
Um,
And you know what? You guys live in England. How often have you like watched like pro football, pro rugby? Have you guys gone to any of those matches?
so I support Tottenham, and I've only been to one item. But I think it's just quite expensive. Obviously, I watch it a lot more now than I
Yeah,
ever. So, and then rugby, I used to live quite close to Twickenham, so I'd always go watch
that's
games
the
there
stadium.
at the Stoop. Watch the Sevens a few times. That's good fun. But the Oaks, there's a lot of like South African games that get played here. Like I think
Hmm.
they're playing Argentina quite soon,
Yeah.
and Oaks all cruise to that. I don't support South Africa, so I'm not really interested there.
So you don't support box. Who do you support then?
I support Aussie, bro.
All the way.
Yeah,
Aussie's
it's tough
cock right now, bro.
at the moment, but they did all right against the Lions there. They could
So
have taken it.
what's your beef with the box, bro?
It's the fans,
What are they like? Describe them in
bro.
one sentence.
As soon as they lose, they're just upset, and it's the refs' problem. I don't know.
Always
They're
complaining.
just a bit in your face, I reckon. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
that's,
I'm gonna get some hate for saying that. That's the truth, bro.
but how about Drickus? You support Drickus.
Yeah, I would say so.
So if Drickus is fighting, when Drickus fought Adesanya, who did you choose?
Uh, prob- I don't know. I like Izzy's style, but I thought it would be sick for Triggers to get to where he's got to. Because Oaks all thought he was cuck, but now
I
he's
thought so too. Yeah,
yeah.
he
Like
shocked me, bro. He shocked me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's just because he's so like I don't know, hard to read or unorthodox and just fucking and just
Yeah,
very bro.
he's doing one of those, bro.
He's it's crazy.
Yeah, I was hurt when Izzy lost, bro, because Izzy was the guy to for me, bro, in my opinion. And then when he lost, you know, everyone's gonna fall at some point. Conor McGregor fell.
Yeah.
He had a sick running, and then
And
now
then
he's
he
cheating on his wife and whatnot online.
bro's
Crazy
a madman. He's and all the Irish oaks don't like him, eh?
at all.
No. They think he's just a bit of a knob.
Is it because he gives the Irish boys a bad rep?
I think so, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but you speak to most Irish and they're like they don't want him to be part of Irish name or brand or whatever. But
Yeah, it's a big thing. I was gonna ask like about you Zim boys that are there in England, but let me just introduce guys to you who might not know you. But all the boys should remember Keegan Smith, Yoza Malvin, etc. When the Pilos together a few years ago. Good guy. We actually did. I think I felt we bonded kind of well when we did this thing called Taroko Trail. That was
was that
in high
from?
school. In high school, it was like Form 6 or Form 5
What
or
did we
Form
do
4.
for again, though?
No,
We're
we
in the
did like
Huh?
Yeah, bro. All I remember is running not running, walking 12 kilometers a day in the mountains. It was pretty sick, bro. If I think back at it. Um,
At high school, like to have those opportunities, quite sick. Like
yeah,
obviously we hated it when we wanted to go on O break and stuff, and we had to do
yeah,
to
yeah.
do it far and wide or something
Far and
like
wide or something like that. Just
that.
just thinking back then, bro, all the boys just wanted to party and just, as soon as Form 4 was done and O levels and just drink but that those moments were pretty sick because like you don't have those opportunities anymore. Just walking in Nyanga and then camping the whole day, or even dude, we did Chimani Money together, I think.
Yeah, what was that? B block.
B block,
Yeah, yeah,
and we were swinging down the trees, walking down.
yeah.
Dude, that was a core memory for me, bro.
It's so hard to remember, but I do remember we were in the same group, no?
Yeah, dude, I remember because you took I think you liked my rafters or something like that because I had rafters and I walked with rafters the whole trip. Dude, I'm an OG, bro. I was wearing rafters the whole trip. That was sick.
Yeah. No, but back on that, it's like kind of, you know, obviously like the hiking and stuff, you know, it's quite sick to kind of be exposed to it at that age kind of thing. And then like obviously if you don't like it, it's not, you know, you don't have to continue it, but like
Because imagine like the education system for like a typical British person or
yeah.
like an American, bro. They don't have that exposure whatsoever.
Even sports and stuff, mate, like if you want to do sports, it's all like out of, unless you're at like a private school, it's all out in your own time, like
It's your
so.
own initiative.
Yeah, for sure. So I reckon, yeah, it's tough to get into things, and then you obviously have, like, obviously being at school and stuff, you're mates with everyone. So
Yeah, yeah.
you go to a club after school, and you're finishing school at like 3 p.m.
Yeah, one thing I could, thank Peters for was physical discipline and training. Because, bro, I would have been a fat boy if if it was left up to me. Just the training and, dude, the physical training helped a lot of people. Because I think most of us would have been thick boys. Eating suds every day, come on, bro.
For
It's
sure.
inevitable.
But you gaff now, bro. Owns
Owns are changing, bro.
that dropped it off after school.
Yeah, Unza, bro, I've gained a few kgs as well, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is what it is.
mate,
It's
I hit.
alcohol, bro.
I do. I maybe. I don't know. But I was just being lazy, eh? So I got up to like 93, and my normal is probably 85, 83, somewhere around there. So I had to go get back in the gym and start running, eh?
Yeah. But after Piros, well, what was the transition for you, bro? You kind of fell off the wall, bro. All I saw was you posting pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, you travel and take sick pics. That's one thing you're pretty good at. I can give you that.
Cheers. I mean, like after school, I stayed in H for a bit. I wasn't sure what I wanted to study, so just got a part-time job really until I made up my mind. And my buddy was kind of like, you can go anywhere, but like if you don't use your degree, you pay me back for it, kind of thing. So I was just like, let me, you know, take some time to think about it.
Yeah.
Ended up taking a gap year, and then I ended up. My dad used to do this work for a company, and yeah, ended up in Niger in North Africa.
Oh, you said nigga? I'm joking. Yeah, that was funny.
Episode
That was funny. Yeah, bro.
with
Niger, yeah.
Plan. Yeah, so I was there for like 10 months, getting paid good bucks because, yeah, and then I took like 4 months traveling Southern Africa, which was sick.
Dude, wait, running back. So you're in Niger. What are you doing there, bro?
I working on a construction site, so I was
What are you
just
building?
um, just I can't even say to be honest.
What do you mean?
I had to sign an NDA. Put it that way, Sean.
Bro, they're not gonna come for you, bro. Unless you were doing what? Creating nuclear plant stations or what?
That wasn't anything like that, but
It was probably to do with mines. Let's be for real. It has to be with minerals.
you'll never know, bro. That's all you're getting from me, Sean.
So how many months was that?
10 months.
10 months, bro. How was that lifestyle? Was it different?
Bro, it was tough. Like, so I was on 6 month rotations. So worked for 6 months, and then I had like 4 weeks off. But I was only there just to make bank, well, to get money and like decide what I wanted to do from there. So yeah, but that was tough, bro. Like it was crazy, like in the desert, in the Sahara. Um, so and then yeah, like I said, I after 10 months, I was like, I'm going, I'm done. I've got enough guap. I do a bit of traveling, and then I paid for my visa to come here, which cost quite a span. So
How much is that? If I can ask.
visa,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. It's probably like seven grand.
Dang.
Because it's the thing is you have to pay like a health surcharge kind of thing for the NHS. So that itself was like 5 grand, and then yeah, it's a long process because I got a visa through my grandparents that are from here originally. So
Yeah, I'd assume you guys got your, ancestral type thing. Whatever it
yeah,
is.
yeah, that's it. So I'm coming to the end of that now. I can apply for citizenship in like end of September.
So you're gonna be a full-on pommy after that.
Bro, I'm out of here after that. There's no way I'm staying here. Well, like it's done it. It's like it's done its. I don't know its thing.
Yeah.
Experience is like mates around. I obviously got my qualifications and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, got a feature over there.
yeah,
Celebrity shot.
yeah,
Um, but that's pretty sick. So you transition to Gland, and you're there with like similar, familiar boys that we all know,
yeah,
like Bailey and all those ones.
yeah.
Um,
So it definitely helps. I mean, we've kind of like, when I first landed here, I was expecting to meet lots of people, like British people, and like kind of get involved.
yeah.
Not that I didn't try, but it's just different. Like humor's different. They've got all their mates from uni,
Yeah.
and especially London. I feel like it's all people that have graduated. So there's not like at that age. I was 19 when I moved here. There weren't many 19-year-olds that were living in London. Everyone else is studying somewhere else. They come
Mm.
back and then they've got their uni mates. So I think like all of us kind of like stuck together in that way, and there's so many Zimbos here, bro. Like especially like the area that I kind of live. Um, so it's nice. I mean, we obviously we've got a cricket team, the Bobby Bashers. Obviously, then
Yeah. Sick.
the gigs and all that together.
So you were looking forward to meeting new, different type of people because it's like, new experience, new country, but you ended up with similar guys that you grew up with.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a plus though, still.
Yeah, I mean it's easy, but if I could, run it back again, I'd probably try a little bit harder. But like I said, it wasn't for the lack of trying. It's different. I'm
Yeah.
sure you go the same as well. Like, people have their boys from way back, and to try and integrate into groups and circles
Yeah,
is
it's different.
unless everyone's kind of moved at the same time, like then everyone's looking for mates, kind of thing.
Yeah, the craziest thing is as well, like starting anew, building new connections, like you mentioned with friends, but even just like hustling and trying to look for money. But one
Yeah,
thing that someone did tell me is that you're a hustler, bro. So you went to England and you started grinding, right? You started hustling.
yeah.
Like tell us a bit more about that.
So I guess when I moved here, so running back a bit, so like on that construction site, I started laboring, and then like driving machines and stuff, and then they kind of called me into the electrical department essentially. So I kind of enjoyed that, and obviously from school and stuff, I was always interested in DT, and my old man always made me, well, not made me, but got me to help him in the workshop. So,
Yeah.
and he's an electrician by trade as well. So, anyways, I knew someone that was here and was looking for someone, like an apprentice electrician. So, pretty much as soon as I got here, I grabbed a job through him, and then I think I did 3 years with him. So I was working during the day and then college in the evening.
Yeah.
Because just to get my papers. And then after 3 years, because he was essentially sending me out on jobs alone, or like by myself, for I don't know, quite a while. Because I think I picked up on it quite early.
Hmm.
So I was like, well, I may as well just, I think I can do this stuff myself. I've got a few contacts, like, so I went off on my own. So I'm self-employed still. I run my own business. Don't have anyone employed, but yeah, that I'm kind of at that stage where I can, but it's just easier, less stressful, kind of just planning your own schedule,
Yeah.
with your clients and whatever. But yeah, I think it's been good. Like, some like in 2 weeks' time, I've got nothing booked up, but I can guarantee you that the whole week's going to be booked up. So it's chilled. I don't even look for work as well. It kind of like just repeat customers, word of mouth, which is good, and pretty grateful for that. Just makes life easier.
Yeah. Word of mouth does good damage, especially if you do a good job, right?
Yeah,
If it's
for
a
sure.
bad job, word of mouth still does good damage. People
Yeah,
let you know how cocky or
yeah,
how
no,
terrible your services are.
not anything bad, so let's keep it that way.
Yeah, it's sick. What was the mental shift in that regard? Because like you were like, hey, I don't want to work for this guy anymore. Let me do my own thing. Has that always been something that you've had as a lighty? Like, hey, I want to hustle, I want to do my own thing, or you don't
I
want to work for another
think,
man type thing. What is it?
yeah, I guess even running back to school, I remember doing business studies or something.
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Hoffman? No, is that his name? No, was there
No,
someone?
no, bro. I didn't do business. I didn't do business at high
Yeah.
school.
I
It wasn't.
remember treating my mom that one day he's going to become an entrepreneur. So I was always like, I have to do it. But also like, from the start, like if I look back through my notes the other day, I had these wild business ideas or whatever. So I think even from this, even starting my apprenticeship, I was like, end goal, as soon as I'm qualified, this is what I want to do. So I've always kind of been driven in those kind of long-term goals, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, an opportunity came around. So I didn't actually go fully straight into self-employed, but I was more like a partnership with another older Zimba. And then that lasted a year because he was heading off to Oz. So then I just took over that as well
Whatever
as
you had going.
so kind of work for like private individuals, construction companies, even like AV companies, which is like smart lighting systems, data, speakers, kind of like high-end residential kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
do some work for them. So I mean, not every like all days are different, which is nice.
Have you ever been fearful of like? I know you mentioned the next 2 weeks you might not have a job lined up, but it's been you end up being booked the whole 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
have you ever been fearful of like, hey, the next meal on my table, I'm not too sure where it's coming from.
yeah, for sure I've been through one, I think probably one or two, where it was like a few slow months, and then there's like websites you can go on, but you have to kind of pay like a subscription fee, and then like quote on the job, so there's no way you're actually getting the job. And I tried that, didn't work. So I think at that stage I just lent on a lot of the people I knew in the industry, just reaching out to them and seeing if they've got anything. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like just advertising, or just putting, a website and pushing that and paid ads or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, I think the organic route, I guess, through the contacts, and pushing them and finding things through them seems
Yeah.
to work. Like, I haven't had a non-paying customer yet, touch wood. So because as soon as you push yourself way out there,
Hmm.
um, you don't know anyone, no one knows them, so there's not really that trust there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can be taken for a ride for it. So yeah.
So, dude, I'm asking like if you feel like the next thing coming up, like what you know, what are you basing your strength? What are you basing your hope in, bro?
What in terms of jobs line coming up?
Yeah, just in general, even without jobs, just in life, bro. Like your
Yeah.
future misses and all that stuff that's gonna come, your family, your new orientation of like you don't want to leave England and go to this other place. I don't know. You said Aussie in our personal
Yeah.
call that we had, but what are you basing all that in? Like, are you just like,
I don't know, but like say the work stuff. That's just I'm confident in my work and that it's better than most people, as well as like your relationships with your clients. Like I could take the piss with pricing and things like that, but obviously it's not going to be a repeat um, business from that perspective. So, and then the other stuff, I don't know, bro. I kind of just go with the flow at the moment, to be honest. Like I've obviously got end goals,
yeah,
um, and whatever pops up along that way, that's kind of aligns with that. So I kind of take, I guess.
yeah, okay, it's a good answer to it, bro. So I'm just gonna frame it like this because I
Mm.
don't want to have our minds going around.
Yeah,
Um, I've been a trend on these calls to ask guys like when you've hit rock bottom, how have you come out of it? Some lessons you've learned from that experience and your experience of coming back from high school, coming out of high school. Dude, you in Niger, you worked for some years, did some traveling, seen the world. You went to England, picked up the electrician trade like your Bali,
yeah,
and started hustling. I'm sure you've hit rock bottom somewhere on that road. I'm sure you've hit a Zimbabwean pothole on the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
For instance, like how have you, what have you based, like, not based, but what have you put your trust in externally other than Keegan Smith? I'm a Christian myself, and I like to project that out there and frame it. I believe in God and Jesus Christ. And you don't have to, but I'm just gonna put it out there. So I want to see like how have you handled all those situations? Because that's when I fall to Christ when I hit the puddle. But how have you dealt with those things? Some lessons that you've learned, and how others can take inspiration from that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I've definitely hit a few, speed humps, potholes, if you like, as well. Like, I mean, I don't know the way I see everything as a whole. It's tough to put into words, but I just believe like if I do my best, the best will come towards me. So I would say I'm probably more on the spiritual side. So like the energy I put out there, you'll get in some way or form, I guess. Um, so like hitting rock bottom. I mean, June last year, I was playing sevens rugby with some mates, and then yeah, I broke my leg. Or well, there was a little bit more than that. Like I shattered my tibial plateau, so it's like the top of your tibia, like your
Ouch.
say that. That was all shattered. So many pieces they couldn't put it back into place with like pins and what is it, screws and all that.
Yeah, plates and all that stuff. Yeah.
Plates and screws. So I had to wear this like external fixator thing for like 4 months. So and I couldn't because like my fibia and tibia, so it's basically just a straight leg with pins going through, and your leg stays in the same place, just in the hope that it heals naturally.
Hmm.
Uh, and then I'm obviously self-employed, so that 4 months I didn't have any income. Thankfully, luckily enough, I didn't have to get any help from anyone because I guess fortunate enough to have savings and stuff I could fall back on. And then as well, like NHS here, so they sorted the medical side of it, and then so I just was sitting on the couch pretty much for 4 months. Like I couldn't do anything, couldn't really. I mean, people like jobs I'd have to push on to other people, and even like commission, you would maybe add some price on top of that. Like it
Yeah.
was it was nothing. So
Hmm.
I mean that was definitely the darkest place I've been, I guess, because it was just small things I couldn't do, like cleaning plates and taking my laundry to the kitchen, whatever.
Dude, even like showering and stuff,
I mean, like
tough. Yeah.
I had to, yeah, I had to kind of lie in the bath and then put my crutch um, through the frame to hold it up above the water. Like there was no comfortable way to lie down or anything. So you're waking up like 5-6 times every night. So it was definitely dark in that. Like, luckily, I had good people around me. I think that helped a lot. So, like my housemates, mates as well, that came and saw me at the hospital. Also got some family here, so they would take me to the hospital sometimes and pick me up. And yeah, I think that definitely kind of at that stage, like you know, I'd never really thought of like if something happened to me, you know, um, who's gonna, I don't know, be there and who's gonna look after you, and then I guess people just like stepped up to the plate without me asking, and I think that,
Support system. Yeah.
for sure. And I was the first time I was like, I can't do anything for myself. Like,
Right.
you really taught me like who your close mates are, and I guess just to have like faith and
Oh, so
trust.
you canceled some guys out of in that moment, huh? There's some guys who are like, they're not that close.
Bro, I'm not like that. Like I don't cancel loans. Like I think it just shows who's more,
Yeah.
your kind of person. Because if that happened to someone else, yeah, I guess it's selfish to say like I would have been like he's just a bit of a liability now. It's hard work. People did it for nothing, just for being good people. So I think it's kind of shown me that because I've been in that situation, I would be the person to help out because I know what it feels like to be like that.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I
So
guess
what are the key insights you want to give out for that? For some of the things that you learned.
learned from that.
Yeah. Because obviously opened up your eyes.
For sure, 100%. I think that. Yeah, because I was kind of just so self-centered prior that I didn't even think about that was ever a possibility. Like it wasn't about giving or whatever. Where that definitely changed my perspective in that, and yeah, I guess even just during that time, I had nothing else to do but like catch up with mates and things like that, and so yeah, I guess I mean there's probably a lot more other things, but like I think it's just at a stage like that you kind of realize what is most important to you, I guess.
Yeah.
And that is the people you surround yourself with, the family, and I guess what you want to do. And I had a lot of time then to just think about what's the next steps and things like that. So
Yeah. Dude, I know that kind of feeling because when I broke my ankle, I was like down bad. Like I was in high school, so it wasn't really significant as much. In your case, you have to move around to make money as well. So
yeah,
and you're down, just like a lot of time just sitting down at home, eating up your savings and
yeah,
all the boys helping you out, and you feel helpless. That's the word that popped up in my head.
mm-hmm.
Because as men, we tend to like not want to, like deep down, we want to be resilient and like we want to stand for our own, and we don't like it when we get helped too much. I could say.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I was the exact same. Like I was like, oh, I'll just try and do it myself. I don't want to like hassle anyone for help and like take up their time because I felt like, oh, if someone did that to me, I would feel that way. But
Mm,
yeah, no, I think at that stage you're like, if you just let them do their thing, I guess if they want to help you, let them help you. And obviously you're very like happy for them to do that because it's a lot easier that way, I guess.
Right.
So like you said, it's a support system, isn't it?
Yeah, support system. That's pretty sick. It's a blessing that you actually had of those Zim guys, because if it was the British guys, I don't know. You might have been by yourself, Who knows?
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
But, you came out of that and, you're back to normal, just grinding and stuff. So that's pretty sick to hear. So, but you're taking every opportunity you have to, like, experience life better in a different way, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
After, like, breaking your leg and stuff.
yeah. I think especially my first like couple years, I was just grinding, not really, enjoying too much to the fullest, like traveling and things like that. And then during that time, you realize, I love traveling and spending and being away with friends, meeting new people, experiencing new cultures and things like that. So I think as soon as I could get back to it, I did exactly that. Is just do the things that you enjoy. So like now I'm not like saving a lot of money, but I'm spending good time, I guess, with good people. So and that's kind of what's important to me.
Nice.
So I mean, I think in saying that, like, you still have to be balanced, right? So like I'm not just spending everything. I think there's still a long-term goal, but what's important to me now is spending time with friends and making, I guess, memories and contacts and whatever it may be,
Yeah. Yeah, not definitely blowing the bag. I wasn't saying it in that regard, but just to experience a life in a different perspective, you know. Dude, you're very I guess that's just the way you are. Like you're very like chill. Like you're not gonna I feel like you'll be a good poker player. You don't like to reveal too much.
Yeah, it depends. You can ask, bro. I honestly, if someone asks me something, like, I'm more than happy to express.
But you're a calculated guy, bro. I feel like you're very calculated.
That's why.
Do you plot a lot of things, bro? Do you like plot? Would you say?
In what way?
Like your movements? Are you more of a plotter? Do you like try to think twice before you do something, or do you really just go free flowing and go for it?
Yeah, I definitely do in some regards, but
Overthinker, or closer to overthinker, or closer to just like.
yeah, I definitely say closer to overthinker. I mean, when you, because I literally work by myself, bro. There's nothing else but thought, So I think I am calculated in some ways, but at the same time, I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to let go a little bit more.
Let go. What do you mean let go, bro?
I guess not really care too much about, I think, what people think about you and whatever,
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably one of the biggest things that probably hold me back. But see, I guess it's.
Oh, so there's a different Keegan we haven't seen. That's been in a cage.
No,
That's what you're saying, right?
I don't know, bro.
No, there is, bro.
I guess you'd have to see it from like someone else's eye. Like I can't tell you how much
Yeah.
in what. I guess I can't tell you all my strengths and weaknesses, but I was good. But that's the thing with the overthinking side of things and caring too much about what people think in that way.
Yeah, facts, bro. Especially like for me dealing with that as well. Like just caring what people think too much and restraining myself from saying things or even just, being who I really want to be. And even like figuring out my strengths and weaknesses, bro. I'm still trying to figure that out, bro. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. But I just like try to dabble on anything I can do. So, and like you've mentioned this thing about like I was like, hey, have we seen the best Keegan that's out there? All of us are kind of striving for that, reaching our max potential, right?
Yeah.
And we're still like trying to figure out day by day.
Sure.
And it's a journey that all of us are going through, especially coming from a closed in bubble like Zim, and even
Yeah,
within your own like circles in Zim. Like we all know, let's not, the white and black people kind of have like sort of like a separation that's within our outside of school,
yeah,
and even outside of even like yeah outside of school, like when you finish school and even when you're in school, high school, there's kind of a divide. And wait, what do you think about that? Why do you think there's a divide between the two different cultures? Because it's the Zimbabwean has its own culture, the white Zimbabwean has their own culture,
yeah,
and even the black Zimbabwean has their own culture, but there's still kind of a divide within the Zimbabweans in itself.
yeah. I think it honestly, I think it just to do with our kind of upbringing in a way. I guess like as a young kid, I guess you like you're obviously going to be hanging around with your parents, friends, children, or whatever, and then like school's the first time in that where like everyone kind of integrates. Um,
Yeah,
and I guess it is. I don't know. You could call it cultural in some ways.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't know. Do like Shauna's and Matt Bailey's? Do they also do the same thing? I'm not sure, but I don't know if it's a cultural thing or what. But I guess like it never really affected me. But I think it's also to do with what people enjoy and what what they, I guess, what they kind of enjoy and are interested in. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you got along very well. Like, and even outside of school, we gaffed each other at Tenerife and all that. So,
Occasionally, yeah, yeah, yeah,
but like, I don't know, because Zim's so small, it's like that. And obviously, independence or whatever was, I don't know, what, 40 years ago, I guess.
yeah,
Uh,
bro. Say your piece, bro. There's no holding back, bro. Say what you want to say, bro. Say what you want to say.
well, I think that we're probably like it's gonna like the proper integration, or I don't know what you call it, would probably start from our because our parents they
Yeah,
they highly were unlikely to you know because they went through all the things that we're going through around independence and prior to that.
yeah,
Where me and you went to school together, we have no problems with each other.
yeah,
Um, and if we have lighties at the same time and say we're in Zim, we're going to be at the bright together and our lighties are going to be mates. So I think we're kind of like almost like we're here. I don't. There is a little bit, but that's more to do with like a class thing than it is a racial thing, I guess. Um,
is there a divide within the white community in itself?
yeah, for sure. I think
Because it's
it's
so
like
small.
it's a class thing. Like if like even I'll even gaff it like I'm going and say I'm out or whatever,
Yeah,
and you can tell a posh person from a mile away. They like to stick together and stick around people that have money. So that's where it's kind of rife in that. But again, like if any, like it's a like I said, it's more of a class thing than a racial thing. Because if the Soak went to high school or whatever private school here, it means they've got a spam as well.
yeah,
So they're all mates through that. But I don't know. Is that easy enough to understand? I guess.
yeah. It's easy enough to understand, bro. And I want to highlight that point that you mentioned because it's valid, bro.
Yeah.
Um, independence was like 40 years ago. Zimbabwe in itself, conception 40 years ago, 45 or 44, I think 46 maybe
45.
years ago, 45 years ago. Um, so there's still like a lot of scar tissue that needs to get physiotherapy out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that people, uh, s- I think we're at the dying ends of it now, essentially, and the next generation to come. But obviously, the previous generation. they went through the thick of it. So you can imagine the type of trauma and tensions that are there, and both sides of the party.
For sure.
Uh, but one thing I've experienced like going overseas is that like I went to school in Arkansas with Keegan Barrett,
Yeah.
and like you can essentially we're Zimbabwean at the end of the day. We're both Zimbabwean when we're there in America, and even like when you're in there in England, you're both Zimbabwean whether you meet with like the same Mandaza or someone, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I really noticed from an outside perspective is like the white boy in Zimbabwe is different from the white boy in America. Like it's like they don't correlate. It's like a two different type people groups. Like you guys grew up having braais, these guys grew up having barbecues. You guys grew up having boerewors, these guys had chicken sausage or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like a different type of perspective. Even the same thing with black people, like an African American and an African, two different type of people.
Yeah.
So the cultures in itself, even within the little Zimbabwe, there's also a little divide, but it's something that's going to be merged in the future. And it'll be a dope Zim to see in general, but also Zim's like like a multicultural hub. Like even with like you said, the Mashonas and the Ndebelés. We still kind of mix and match, just like the language changes it and the way they cook sadzas, and they call it chwala. You see chwala, and we call it sadza. But they cook it kind of
I guess
differently.
it's all different languages as well. Like,
Yeah,
I guess so. I don't know. There are so many. One person be like, "Oh, we're all the same," but like realistically, it's so much more, to factor in than
but
the fact that we're all human. I guess.
yeah. But one thing that's gonna be dope to see is like the Aussie World Cup for rugby, because like Zim made it for the first time since like 1990 whatever.
Yeah.
And since Bali Cox, if you remember Bali Kirkman, I think he was like the last team that actually played, or I don't know
You
if
know
he
who's Ali was in that catch-up
who
team?
Catch was Bali.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing, bro?
Did you know he was working in Malawi now? He's
Character
like
that guy.
by. But did you not see that item on like that Instagram page? I think it's like drop goal or something. I don't know. If it's
Drop
called.
goal. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know the IG page. Yeah.
yeah. That photo was Catwell Bali. I'm pretty sure he might have even like captain there. But that was what 99. Eh?
Nice. So it was 99 the last time they went.
I think so. Or was it 95 or somewhere in the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Can't have been 99, bro.
that's a span.
Yeah, it is a span, but
But all we had to do was beat Namibia. So I keep telling some of my other boys who played Zim rugby and are playing pro right now, and
yeah,
they're like chasing to become like an American rugby player or like a different country rugby player, like a James Lowe for Ireland, a New Zealander playing for Ireland. Dude, just play for Zim, beat Namibia. You had a World Cup. You're on a world stage. But
trying to chase to play for the States or whatever.
yeah, bro.
You're not
I mean,
like cheated.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I had that mindset in my head as well. Come to States, play the college rugby, play pro rugby, and then get that
Yeah,
USA call up.
yeah,
But yeah, going back to my point. But when Zim goes to the World Cup in Aussie, bro, it's gonna be dope to see because it's gonna be different people, different walks of life coming under one flag. In a good light because we're like facing other countries, and that's gonna bring people together. I didn't understand it when South Africans used to say, "Oh, rugby brought the nation together." What, and the flag. But essentially, if you think about it, the sport's going to unite. Like how you mentioned, there is kind of a like, small little cultural divide, but all of us are going to be represented by one team.
yeah,
And if you want to go watch the World Cup and support a team, you can now support Zimbabwe. When in the past it wasn't there, so it's going to be sick to see.
yeah, 100%. And like I guess what happened in South Africa, I think that's what united them a lot was the Springboks.
Yeah.
And everything else is forgotten. It's we're there to support say Zim and Oz. It'll be good. I'm excited, and I'll probably be there at that stage as well. So if you're gonna fly over, you got a place to crash, bro.
Cheers, brother. Yeah, I've definitely coming. Got some boys in Melbourne as well. Dude, if there's anything I'm doing 20 whatever that year is, it's that
27.
2027. Oh, two
Yeah,
years from now. It's not bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Need to grab some tickets, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Down under.
Is Tad still there?
Tabs. Tabonga.
No, Tad.
Which one?
Munyawarara.
Tad is not an Aussie anymore. Oh, you asked an Aussie. Yeah, Tad's not an Aussie anymore. He's back in Zim actually.
What is that?
Yeah, man.
All right.
He was having a good time in Aussie, but he's back in Zim. Helping the family business and whatnot.
So,
Which is a reoccurring trend. Like most of the boys are going back to go help
yeah.
out the family business, and so none of that is in your eyes to go back to Zimbabwe whatsoever. I guess.
I think definitely long term, like I think growing up there, the space, the freedom to do, you know, live that kind of childhood we had, as well as like the schooling system and stuff. I all rate that, and like you said, I see a span of hopes that they come here for like 5 years or 6 years, get their citizenship, and then they head back to Zim.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, Zim's always on my mind. Like it is probably the place I'll settle at the very end. But I don't know, bro. I'm still young. Like I don't have a missus that's like tying me down to anything, or like I'm not feeling pressurized in any way or form. So, like as a kid, I'd always wanted to go to Oz, be a surfer and all that shit. So like now is the time to do it, bro. Um, and then as well as the traveling around from there as well. Gaff, India, Bali, Sri Lanka,
Yeah,
um,
sick.
all those like Japan and shit like that as well. So
Yeah, I'll be sick.
I think it will be a nice base for that. But end goal is Zim, but it's also nice to kind of be in a first world country now and see how they do things here, and then see if you can implement some ideas or business things back in Zim. So it's kind of the exposure that I'm getting from these other places I want to take back with me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we kind of was that something that while you were raised, was your body telling you go out there and go see what's good and come back and do it?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what you grew up?
My dad's definitely been my driving force for like the traveling side of things and to get out of Zim. Um, he obviously loves it there, but I think he just thinks there's more opportunity to do all sorts of things elsewhere,
Yeah.
and then come back when you're ready. So like I'm not getting any pressure from them. If anything, my old man's like should go do some more traveling, and even in terms of work and stuff, like he's kind of the one that's like, just try a different job, even if it's working in a pub or something, because I think he values all his memories from around my age. He kind of like lived it to the fullest, I guess you could say, which I rate. Like that's what my plan is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro, life is fast, bro. Like,
It is, bro.
how long ago were we at school? 8 years ago? 7 years ago? I don't know.
Dude, it's 2025. You know what dated me back? I was eating oxtail and sadza here in America,
Yeah,
and it's a rare. I had to shout it out because it's rare to find. Oxtail, bro. Eesh, I love oxtail and
Bruh.
sadza, eesh, bro. So I was chowing, and you remember Scott Innes?
yeah,
So we're playing. He was in Melbourne, right?
yeah. He was
Dude,
saying that.
we're playing Intel's hockey. I don't know
Yeah.
if you played that day. But I was trying to tackle him from the backside, and he swung, and
Yeah.
he hit my teeth out.
Oh shit. No, I
Like-
don't think.
My fake teeth are falling out.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh, were you biting the oxtail? It jumped off.
bros, you know how you do it. When you eat oxtail, you have to suck all the bone marrow, bro. The whole thing, bro, whole nine. So I was chowing, and next thing you know, I'm like, kissing my teeth, and it's gone. And I was like, dang, it's been. And I started thinking about when it happened because I forgot I had them.
Yeah.
And it's been a span. It's almost been like 10 years, almost 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, like it's what, 8 years?
8 years. Eight
Yeah,
years, bro.
I know
That's
it's far.
crazy.
And
Time
like
flicks.
we always thought we had time for everything, you know.
Nah. So, eesh. But you have
So
time for a missus. That's a hard. That's a real question to ask you, bro. You don't have time for a missus. You want to go to Aussie, but
yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like I obviously want, you know, someone to care about it, someone to care about me in that way,
yeah.
and just around and whatever. But like I am dating at the moment, but like I don't want any basic like too commit like someone that's too committed, or I don't want to be too committed because you know I think I've got my plan, my future plans, and you know I can be it can be changed like
Oh, it
but
can be changed.
it can be changed if the right one comes around. But you know I'm like
Ish.
not at the moment. Yeah, I'm not trying to settle down too much, but at the same time, I kind of would like to. So I think when I get there, I'll settle down there. You know,
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
because yeah, I guess then I have to find someone to import back to them.
I like the way you say they have to import back to them. That's true, bro. I'm in that boat right now. I'm in that boat.
There's there's small amount of Wadzis that are in Zim. So.
A small amount of onesies.
Yeah, and then
Explain that. Explain that. I didn't get it.
small
Explain it.
amount of say girls or whatever. I
Ah,
know,
brother, ish. The pool for you white boys is small because you guys don't like black women. So ish, you only have like 5 women to choose from.
bro, and then like Oaks have been with them and all that shit. So it's
Ish, that's rough, bro.
yeah.
Unless
Um,
you go to South Africa, then you find a Afrikaner, I guess.
bro, the accent, I can't hack it. Eh?
You can't hack the accent.
No, an Afrikaans accent probably like my worst accent. I swear.
Ah, bro, you just what you call it?
It's got a hectic Afrikaans accent. You
You
hear that?
become a salty, I guess. You know they don't like salties or whatever they're called.
Yeah, yeah. And the one leg in Africa, one in
One in
Europe.
England. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with Keegan George Smith, definitely that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, because the pool is small there, and
Yeah.
you're probably your best bet is yeah, Aussie, and England is probably sick.
I
So
reckon
wait,
Australia.
do most of the older owns import like that? Is that what they do? The older white guys that you know.
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I would say so. But they always like with someone either Zim item that they take back or like something like Irish or Australian kind of because they're all more like similar to us in the humor style, you know. Like I don't know how you get along with Americans, but like I don't know, I find them quite hard to get along with because we just have different humor ways, you know.
Yeah, Americans, the humors, they don't like the banter. You know, we like to push each other and pull each other's leg, whatnot. Like,
They'll just take offense to
yeah,
something.
they take offense quick, bro.
Yeah.
They're quick to square up, bro. So, dude, rugby in America it's been funny because like in Zim, we didn't do it as much, but I experienced like how Aussies are the dirtiest in the game, bro. Like they'll even SA South Africans also kind of dirty. They'll push your head after they tackle you and
Yeah,
just do stuff just to be a dick.
yeah.
So the Americans, when that's done to them, they flip, bro. Like I've seen punches actually being thrown at
Really,
practice. Like they're just getting up, boom, decking someone at practice.
that's wild.
It's super wild. Americans are quick to fight if pushed.
Yeah. See, we can't do that this side, eh? Like in Zim and stuff, Owens all love to box and stuff, but Owen, as soon as you start boxing, yeah, the roses are coming around and you're going
But
to get locked up, Sean.
quick question, bro. Why do Owens like to box in Zim? I don't understand it. It's because even when we were lighties, the fighting culture was big. Like
Yeah,
especially
100%.
for you guys, huh?
It's 100% ego. Like everyone wants to be like the macho oak, the person that can fight. You know, someone that people are scared of. You know, I guess. And at that time, especially when you're like 17, 18, you think that's what being a man is. But yeah, when you get pushed into real life, you realize that that's not what being a man is. I
What's
guess.
being a man to you?
I don't know, like owning up to your own mistakes, I guess. I don't know. I think just being a good person in general. Like, um, what else? Yeah, I guess. Give me some. What are your thoughts on
Bro,
it?
I asked you, bro. I asked you.
Uh,
this,
yeah, I
this is
guess.
about you, bro. This is about you.
Yeah, I think then it was like I said, just like ego and things like this. But like I think, yeah, just I don't know, bro. Like being a good oak and owning up to your own problems and sorting them yourself, and then yeah, I guess just being who you really are, I guess, and not trying to fit into something that you assume is is the right thing or
Like a mold. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I don't know. You've been throwing me in the spot, yeah, Sha.
Dude, this is gonna be sick, bro. Because when you're in Oz and you like successful Keegan, you're gonna look back. It's like, I did that video on August the 13th, 2025. Let me see how my thought was.
Yeah,
Like how my thinking was at that time. And you can reflect back at it, bro. Because it's big. I think it's massive for us to just have these conversations. Because how often do you even have them?
yeah,
And how often do you have them recorded so you can reflect back and other people can learn from it? Because we're all going through the same thing, bro. 100%.
yeah.
100%,
No,
bro.
for sure. Like, I mean, seeing your video a couple of weeks ago, um, you were talking to Arlington and Vay. And yeah, it was interesting just listening, hearing what Oaks are up to. That's why I reached out. I don't know if I reached out to you or Vay or whatever. I was like, I want to jump on the item. 'Cause, yeah, it's interesting to see what Oaks' thoughts are now, like now that we've kind of grown and through experiences and all that. Um, and I think, yeah, I guess we all, hearing these stories and stuff, can relate in some way or another or take some sort of advice from it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we're all on our own path, but I think everyone's trying to be the best version of themselves and whatever. I think it's pretty helpful to hear other people's insight.
Yeah. Especially like um just like the mental health aspect,
Mhm.
just voicing it out's pretty sick. And just checking up on boys. That's been pretty cool because I've like messaged some boys like I haven't talked to in a span. You were one of them, to be honest.
Yeah,
And just having the chat that we had prior to this, and even like the other guys who have just like fallen off the radar in my book
yeah,
and perspective, but just hearing like what's been up on your side, it's pretty sick to experience.
yeah, and here for sure. Like you say, you go back and you think, oh, I haven't heard about or seen anything from this oak in a long time. You always like think and wonder what they're up to and kind of things like that. And it's good to kind of know through channels like this
Yeah,
or even reaching out to them as well. Because I think that's quite a strong thing, I guess, to reach out to someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time.
mm,
If someone does that to me, it's like quite like I guess you could say like a heartfelt thing, that someone's wanting to catch up with you and check in with you and
yeah,
chat.
bro. It was a heartfelt thing, bro. I really wanted to check up on you, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, but let's talk about the haircut, bro. What's the inspiration? What's the
The
how long
mullet,
you got? How long you gonna go for? You gonna keep it going, or what?
bro, I've had this thing for like I would say yeah, but I've just been trimming it and trimming it first. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You know the days of that like comb over and shit. That those are gone, bro.
There's a faded.
Yeah, so I think if I cut it, I'll probably do a buzz cut again.
Straight business.
Yeah, bro.
Straight military.
Yeah, 100%. Make you look like you're some harder and straight out of the prison, bro.
Or get the crop like the footballer. You know the one?
Which
Get a lineup. Get a lineup, bro. That'll be sick, bro.
ton.
Don't they call them chavs? I don't think they call them chavs in England, right?
Did
I
you
guess
see
it's
that?
a
I beat
derogatory term.
who paid that item, and then this like kind of like
The line.
item. But he basically had like a bucket, when they put a bucket on your head and just trim the outside. But
Yeah.
nah,
Oh, experiment, bro. You're big into that, bro. And it's oh yeah, I want to talk about the golf. Let's publicly get it out there. Definitely, let's run up a golf tournament.
yeah.
Um, this December and Sam.
What did we say? Like the 20th?
Training might be tricky. I'm also doing. I'm bringing the wife over. We're gonna have like a small like wedding ceremony. Not wedding, but wedding celebration thing.
Yeah,
I'll invite the boys if they want to come.
yeah. That's for sure.
Have you ever even been to a black person's wedding in Africa, bro? Or African person's wedding?
No, I've never been. Well, the only wedding I've been to, bro, has been like my sister's. So all the ones around me are still, but
Why aren't they getting married? There's some oaks. There's some guys there. I can drop names right now. That might as well just get married. It's been a bachelor's degree. It's been
yeah.
a doctorate, bro. 6 years with one chick. You don't want to put the knee down.
But
What are they putting off?
what, bro? A wedding and all that. It's not serious.
Bro, how expensive is a wedding? Let's be honest. Why Zimbabweans aren't doing crazy weddings, bro? Like what? You just need a mombe, kill a cow, you have some steak, you do some beef stew, whatever it is, and then you just do it on near the Zambezi River in Vic Falls or something, bro, and wear your chinos and
Wow.
your Phillies.
I don't know how much a wedding costs, but like it's expensive, bro. You should know that, bro.
Yeah, it was expensive, bro. I mean, do you even think, boys are scared of money because they don't have enough money, and do you think divorce is also kind of a fearful thing?
Uh, I don't. Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I think also just wanting when they, bought a house or something like that, then they feel financially free or settled. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really talked to anyone in that term of like is divorce or breaking up like a thought. But I can imagine if they still in there, still together after so long, and I think and wanting to get married. I think no one would jump into a marriage if they weren't hopeful or certain that it was going to work out, I guess. But again, so many oaks get divorced, right? So who knows? But
Yeah, it's a reality, man.
yeah.
But you're right. You're not going into it thinking that you're gonna divorce, right?
I think if you do, then you shouldn't be doing it.
You might as well reconsider. Yeah.
100%. Like yeah, I've got one of my mates like been with the chick for a long time, and then yeah, like he was having thoughts like I don't know, this is I'm not 100% certain this is one. So yeah, I think that's a smart move to. And again, like also kind of at the stage where pressurized to kind of make the next step. If you do take that pressure, it's tough. Because if you go into it not 100% certain, it's
Repercussions.
yeah, sure.
But you never know when the next step's ready until you take it, right? Or when the
Yeah, I get
right step is.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I just think that like that whole marriage stuff just scares me a bit.
It scares you.
Yeah.
What's scaring you then?
I think it's not like being married and staying with one partner for sure. I think that's lovely. Like I think it's great.
But what is it?
I think it's the age thing. Like I'm not ready to.
Okay.
So
what you're saying? You're trying to.
And have kids. But again, even if you're married, you don't have to. But I feel like that's when pressure starts building for what's the next step after that step.
So you're saying you're scared of marriage because of the change of lifestyle that it'll have as well, and the next steps that will come after marriage, like kids.
Yeah, I think
house.
so. Because it's like, I think you're more inclined to settle down and chill and spend time with, well, yeah, most of your time would be with your partner or whatever, and it just closes doors. The reality of it is it does close doors in some ways, especially then kids come
From the
into,
boys.
yeah, things like that, and I'm not ready to say no to things yet. And then kids. I listened to this like really good video the other day, and it was basically just saying like why guys get so excited just to go on a lads trip, essentially, because back when you were by yourself, you had the free will to do whatever you want, but it just becomes harder and harder as you get married, have kids. Um, so yeah, I think it's and then there's a lot more pressure in that for financial, um, and as well as just like mental support. I guess
Yeah.
it just seems like a lot going on, and I'm pretty happy just with my situation at the moment. Where there's not too much to think about, but
Yeah.
your next move, I guess.
Yeah. God provides. Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah,
God provides, bro. That's all I can say, bro. Because I mean, it's been all in faith, bro. Faith in God, bro. So even with the misses, yeah, it's true. I don't have time for the boys as much.
yeah,
I do play golf. Golf trip will be sick with the boys, but purely because of golf. I'm being dead
yeah,
honest. But I think just it came with the time.
for sure. I think everyone has different times, like 100%. Like so much respect for you for getting married and finding someone that's right for you, and I'm obviously very glad for you. So
Thank you,
it's
bro.
like, I think just my time will come, but we'll see when that is.
Yeah, facts. Firm believer, bro. I wish upon everyone as well, though. Just finding your one and then that time coming. It's a
Yeah,
dope feeling, bro. It's like you have a permanent shadow. You have someone that's with you, and like, yeah, you can't make decisions, but also you can like open up to someone full time.
but I
I
guess you
mean,
make like group decisions and stuff, and that's probably very valuable in its own, like. So I think there's 100% a lot of great things to it that I'd like in the future.
yeah, but if you've been dating your aunt for 6 years and living together, bro, you're doing the thing already. You might as well just put your knee on the ground.
Yeah, I guess so. But again,
I'm putting them on the heat right now.
again, bro, like being this side, like, and you know from there as well. I don't know what it's like in the States, but Oaks get married very late here. Like, it's very normal to have kids late as well. Even not even getting married, but just being like a civil partner. So, like, um,
Civil partner, what's that?
yeah, so you like the civil partner is like you're not married. So, like, if something happens down the line, you get divorced, the estate gets or whatever, the assets get split if there's no prenup.
Oh, bro. So civil partner is not marriage, but it's like
It's
agreed upon.
marriage, but it doesn't have the same laws if you split up, I think.
So what? Marriage with the prenup.
Yeah, something like that, I think. But then again, like marriage, you have to go and like go into the office and get officially married, and then if you want to get divorced, like you have to get officially divorced. Like it's not as hectic. So yeah, I think it kind of has its perks in the way that it's not as much pressure if things don't work out.
Okay.
So like I guess I'm open to hearing what everyone's thoughts on everything is. So I'm just trying to figure out what's right for me there. I'll wait and see how it all pans out with the boys. But
Bro, I think yeah, you're right. We'll see what the other boys think. It's inevitable. It's coming for you, bro. It's coming for you.
I hope so. We'll see. Hey, it would be sick to find your one, but
How about having a lighty, bro?
I'm
Imagine
ready.
having a lighty.
Hey, yeah, I would be kind of sick though. But pressure, no sleeping. like like a hole in your wallet. It's a lot,
A hole in the water for sure, bro.
but I think also a very special thing to you know have a lighty, and just watch them grow and care for them and provide for them and all that. So like they got to the oaks with the lighties at the moment. Eh? Your boy
Yeah.
Boo's got a lighty.
Yeah, Buddha's got light to, bro. Ish, Buddha, what a guy. That one snuck under the radar. No one knew, eh? I don't know.
Yeah,
You didn't let people. I haven't talked to Buddha in a long time. That would be a good chat. Buddha.
yeah.
Buddha would be a good chat, bro.
I think he's back in Dara farming.
Yeah.
Who else plays lighties and what? Give me some updates on some of the boys that are.
I don't even know who's got lighties. I think in terms of the group, I think
Who's
it's probably
married?
Buddha.
So Mazzara's engaged.
Mazzara's he's married. I think he's engaged, but I think they did a. They haven't done the wedding ceremony, but I think they're married.
Okay.
Don't hold me accountable to that, but he is like on the way to getting married or married.
Yeah.
But I think he's married. I'll run it back with you. So Mazzara and I married. Um, Franklin's married.
Yeah, I saw Jack is.
Um, then the rest of the dogs are just out of the kennel looking for another one.
He's finally found himself a missus, no?
Yeah, Faye did find himself a missus. He's
But
on his way to Spain as well. Kudzo's got a missus, Chihuahua.
where is
He's locked in. Kudzo's locked in too.
Where is he?
Vay's in South Africa. So Vay's like South African Zimbabwean. So he's actually on his way to Spain as well.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see
Um,
he's going to Barca. But where's KC?
Casey is in Spain. He plays pro footy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Spain or Poland? I think he's in Poland playing pro footy.
He was in Spain at one stage, yeah?
Yeah, he was. But he's also locked in. That guy's changed, bro. Such a stoic, like, man
Yeah.
of God. Loves Jesus, bro. Physically fit,
Is
bro. Yeah, he's fit and he's got like a days that he's locked in with.
it? For him, yeah. And
Yeah,
what,
I mean,
Mandaza?
he's doing well actually. He's
Still jamming border.
no, he's not jamming border, bro. That's one man who had a talent, bro.
Yeah.
Pro footballer, yeah. But he's running his buddy's company, helping him out.
Okay.
He's doing pretty decent as well.
Was he ever hit, in the UK or was he in Spain or something?
He was in the UK.
Yeah.
I think he was in Swansea or something, or Cardiff. Not too sure. But he's back and forth. He's got a Dej up there as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Not too sure, but all I see is he travels quite a bit. Enjoys life.
Nice. Good for him, bro.
Dude, just before we go, just wanted to wrap up. Maybe if you have any final words that you want to say to the boys, as well as just any final words you have to say for the boys. What you're thinking in your head right now. I know I was supposed to dagger you with more questions spiritually, bro. I'm just gonna let you know that I was supposed to dagger you with those questions.
Is it? Are you gonna put me
Yeah.
on the hot seat, eh?
Yeah, because we need to know, like, bro, like, is the concept what's the distance between you and committing to Jesus? How big is it, and why is there a distance?
Bro, like, I don't think, I don't think that's there for me. Like I said, I'm more spiritual. So, I think it's great that, Christians or whoever it may be, or whatever your religion is, you've got like a pillar there, and that's kind of like your rock, and you believe everything through that, and it kind of like guides you into being like a strong and like good person. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a believer like that, but I do believe in the core values that there is in these religions. So I mean, like say the Ten Commandments or whatever. I think that's I would say that's the basis of my life in some ways. But I'm just not believing in God, I guess. Indeed.
Has anyone ever like tried to like teach you about Christianity like in depth?
Like, bro, when we were at school, I went through, I went and got confirmed or whatever, like, uh, and all that.
Was it just to drink the wine at the chapel, or was it?
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what drove me, but and I can't tell you what drove me away, but I think it, I guess what kind of, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit too intense for me as a person, I guess. And don't try and tell me, it doesn't have to be intense. I know,
No, be free, bro. Be free, bro.
but yeah, just I think, the basis of that. There's things to be learned from that for sure, in my life. But I'm just not a believer, I guess.
But are you open to it?
Uh, to be honest, I'd be open to learning about other religions and see how people, view and how it works, just to understand people more. I think I'm more, I think if you're in one religion, it's almost like it's just that, or there's nothing. It's almost like, yeah, it's quite intense like that. That's the way I see it. I'm not sure if that's the way you think about it or what other people think about it, but I think I'm just trying to be a people's person and just be a good earth and like try and understand them and do what their fundamentals of their life and things are.
So would you say you want to express your freedom of choice?
Yeah, I would say so, for sure. Yeah, I don't know a hell of a lot about other religions, but if anything, I want to look into Buddhism or something, where you like meditate and shit like that. So, but at the same time, also have the choice to take parts from maybe different religions and all add them into what you believe. So,
Weird question, but when you think of a Christian, who pops up in your mind? A person. You don't have to say Jesus, but like in general. When you think who's a strong Christian who's like in your mind, who pops up in your head? When like, hey, Keegan Smith, who's a strong Christian you know?
I don't know, bro. There's a lot of people, and even like you said, like mentioning those from school. But I don't know. I think of like
Be free, bro. Sununguka. I'm trying
the
to say Sununguka. Be free.
yeah, beefy. Yeah,
Be free. Be free. I'm saying be free.
Bro, what I think is a strong, I don't even know if it is kind of part of Christianity, but it's those Jehovah's Witnesses, like that's crazy stuff. Like.
So that's what pops in your head when you think Christian, huh?
Yeah, because it's just so like, yeah,
Intense.
I don't want to spread bad or say bad things about religion.
No, yeah, for sure.
That to itself is like a bit too culty for me, but.
Like knock on your door, hey, there's only 10 spots left in heaven. Do you want to have one of them? That's Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, and then like they all, I don't know. It's just very strict. I would say, it's especially Jehovah's Witnesses. So, like you can't marry anyone that's not a Jehovah's Witness. Kind of.
Yeah, that's
like it's a bit hectic. Like I just, like you say, I like to have my free will. So. But
I mean that's intense, bro.
Maybe along the line, I'm not saying no, but I'll be open to it along the line, possibly. I'm just figuring things out myself and people out myself at the moment. So.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm obviously so glad for people that do have a strong faith and are happy with it, and
Yeah.
it seems like they've got all their lives sorted out. So I'm happy.
No, they don't. Because I can open up a little bit about myself, bro. You know me. But Dude, you know me. Um, it's been a matter of like it's not a Jehovah Witness type thing,
Yeah,
and it's never been like a culty type thing. If anything, there's a lot of pictures of Christians out there that are just terrible. Um, they have the logo Christianity on their shirts, but they're doing all these other things, right? I guess this will be the same as like Muslims and all that stuff if they're
yeah,
blowing up temples and whatnot and imports, but the other Muslims are affected, or the name, the brand.
yeah,
And in my opinion, it's been something that I was born into. Just like how you mentioned, like someone might be born in East Africa, they might be Muslim, so they might not know Jesus Christ. They know what they know. Or if you're born in India, you're Hindu, whatever. You're
yeah,
born in that. So the massive thing that's pretty sick about Christianity that I've noticed, and I'm saying it off chest, is the freedom of will, like what you mentioned. So, exploring and seeing exactly what's out there. But Christianity does not, they don't, in Christian faith, Christian faith, there's no act of forcing you to actually become a believer. It's your choice. So the only entry to become a Christian, it's pretty simple. You just have to, you probably heard this spiel many times, but I hope it's going through into your ear and into your head. But I hope you're listening dearly.
yeah, man.
But you just have to claim and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Simple as that. And then after that, claim you basically claim and you accept Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, like I'm going to follow Jesus Christ. And then you act like Christ, which is a Christian. That's really what it is. You're just trying to resemble how Jesus lived on this earth as
Yeah,
a human being. And then that's where the transformation happens. And then the more detailed technical info that you might think is intense, but it really isn't. It's just you're changing from old Maji or old Majitaishe, and you're shifting all your bad habits that you've had or your, I would have to say, demonic influences that were in your life, or like the way that you used to live before you claimed Jesus Christ. You're now reverting and trying to remove all those damages by allowing Jesus and the Holy Spirit to change you as you live your life day to day. So it's not an instantaneous, oh, this guy's saved, he can walk on water, he can cast out demons out of Keegan right now.
yeah,
It's not it's more of, hey, I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and from now on, each day in day out, I'm gonna read the Bible because I want to learn. How you read, um, more like how you read a book, because it's a story. It's just stories and stories and stories of before Jesus came, when Jesus was here, and when Jesus comes back again. That's really what the Bible is. And there's lessons, there's wisdom about everything in that Bible. And my personal journey is like, okay, I when I accepted Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, dude, I'm telling you, the first 2 years I was still in sin, and I was still living the same old ways, like partying hard, um, indulging in indulging in all the things that you can imagine, and you know me,
yeah,
right? So I don't have to go in detail, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. So only until like 2 3 years later, like that's when I went through like a pothole and things started shifting, and I realized like, okay, I really need to like actively, like physically, try change my ways and try listen and read the Bible and apply it to my life. Because it's like anything, if you read that drinking salt water before you work out helps you stay hydrated when you work out, you can read it, but if you don't do it, you're never going to really feel the results or see the results.
yeah,
And you have to have faith that if you drink salt water before you work out, you're going to be hydrated. So it's similar the same way as like Christianity is like what? You have to believe Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, and then you just have to read your Bible and pray, and the Holy Spirit, which is basically your internal conscience, or basically a spirit that dwells in you now, because now you know Jesus Christ, is going to be your internal voice that tells you, Keegan, you're overthinking, don't do this, or Keegan, you shouldn't talk to that guy, he's a douche, he's a dick. There's like an internal voice, which is the Holy Spirit, that comes from me accepting Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and then I read my Bible and apply it to my life, and I'm changing. The Majita that you knew back then is going to change, especially over time. It's not an instantaneous thing. And I just want to get back to that first statement I said, which is the coolest thing about Christianity, is freedom of will. You don't have to. It's your choice. No one's forcing you. No one's got a gun to your head, or they're not gonna blow up the place. It's your choice. If you want to follow Jesus Christ, you just have to claim and accept, and then be a mini Jesus. Try
Yeah,
act like a
didn't live
mini
by it.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's good in that regard. Like, I guess you're living and doing things, and I don't know, you're bettering yourself the whole time. I guess that's the
Yeah,
feeling
dude.
for sure. Um, so, like I said, maybe when
Yeah.
I come back,
Yeah,
like
maybe one day. Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
but yeah, I guess it's like hearing your story and stuff like that. Like, it's good to hear, and it's obviously helped you and changed you. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think it's not cool. It wasn't cool really to be a Christian growing up as lighties.
yeah,
But dude, I'm still the same old guy, but just different values and standing. That's all.
yeah.
But still got love for the boys. Still have a few beers. It's just that you know, if I'm trying to go play World Cup Aussie 2027, I just can't do the same old things before because I need a grind. I need
Yeah.
to change my ways. I think it's similar in that regard. And I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this guy just threw a dump on Jesus, dump on you.
No,
And you're
no,
like, oh, I don't want to hear this guy. But
no, it's true, but I mean, it's good to hear your story and see how it's helped you and changed you. So I'll keep it in mind for you, bro.
yeah, dude, when you're walking on that journey and you stumble upon some Christian stuff, hit me up, bro. If I'm still alive,
Yeah,
hit me up. Who knows?
sound.
It might be when you're 70 or 60. But
We'll see. We'll see, bro. So long
no, for
ago.
real, bro. Down for it. Well, dude, thank you for joining. I know I've taken more of your time than expected.
No, no stress. Always good to chat, bro. And if anyone's still watching, give us a hit
Yeah,
up.
true.
Um,
Yeah, if anyone's still watching. Did you say your final words, bro? Because I know I ended up cutting up on that.
uh, no, I don't know if I've got a hell of a lot to say, but I guess it's just, I mean, just keep on grinding, keep on working on yourself, I guess, and yeah, reach out to your boys. It'll mean a lot to them. I'm sure it'll help you
Yeah,
as well. So yeah, love, bro.
facts, love.
All
Bro,
right.
I'm gonna stop the live.